Hello, everyone. What is going on, everybody? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another edition of the Footy Fantasy Podcast. Comes to you live every Sunday afternoon, maybe evening, depending on where you're at in the world. And today, I'm back. Oga Kwame is back. For you guys who think I've been hiding, nope, man is here. I am here live and direct in the flesh, and I have two gentlemen with me. They're not agberos like me. They're actually decent gentlemen. They're not loud. They're not always in your face like me. Even when they win, they're mellow. When they lose, they're mellow. And Henry, what's going on, bro? Henry is the most calm Arsenal supporter I've ever seen. Seriously, Henry makes me want to like Arsenal. That's crazy.
You should at some point. Maybe when we win Champions League finally. Maybe when we win Champions League finally, you might start giving us more respect.
And Henry, if you man win Champions League, even though you've not given me trouble, I will still block you among you and every other Arsenal fan that I plan to block. I have a list of who I'm going to block. You guys win Champions League.
Thanks for having me there. I appreciate it. Thanks always for having me.
Yeah. Always nice to have you. Always nice to have you. And our very own Manchester United. What do I call it? He's also voice of reason. He's always the voice of reason in the group chats. When people are losing it, well, when I'm losing it, he's always like, calm down, come back. Yeah, man of God, what's going on, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. It's a happy day. It's a great day to be alive. I'm blessed.
Of course.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Good to have you. Good to have you. I just wanted to publicly shout out Yemi.
Oh Lord.
Yemi is outside of football and stuff. Yemi is actually a good friend. Like he will call in and always check in, make sure everything is good. He's good people. I'm lucky to have you as a friend.
Back to the podcast, please.
Yes, back to the podcast. Let's of this mushy stuff.
All this, I don't know. Thanks, man. Listen, you've been a blessing to my life. So that's just what it is. I'm grateful to know guys like you guys, man.
Wow, I'm feeling the love of this podcast today. It's a love. There's love bubbles everywhere.
Also, when you start shouting on me and everything.
But now that we are done with the love, I have a few housekeeping rules.
Violence activated.
Violence settings. But before I even go there, I just want to. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you follow us on Twitter, and if you follow us on Instagram, share the content, like it, helps the algorithm. And for those who have not yet, we are at Footy Fantasy on YouTube. On Twitter, we're at Footy AD Fantasy. On Instagram, we're at Fantasy Footy. And if you don't get the chance to watch the entirety of the podcast, about 48 hours from now, there will be like highlight version, like Cliff Notes version of the podcast, and you can catch up on the highlights of the pod. Before we get into the topics today, I have quick housekeeping. Right. There's a whistle hanging around my neck, and I went to Amazon. I went to buy a whistle. See, it's a whistle. I went to buy a whistle. I went to buy yellow card and red card. I have this new policy. If you chat rubbish, if I hear rubbish, it's a foul. Depending on how crazy what you're saying sounds, you might get a yellow card or even a red card. I'm going to be fair. And when you get a red card, it just means I will delete you from the screen. That's all. I'll delete you from the screen. So,
this what happens when there's just power in your hand, Abby.
Absolutely. I don't know if you watched the show last week. When we beat Liverpool, even though I wasn't scheduled to be on, I came on the show and I was moving wild. And EJ with her authoritarian, totalitarian power, Vladimir Putin, in a woman's body. She just deleted me out of nowhere. I just saw that I wasn't talking anymore. So in retaliation, I'm doing the same thing. I mean, of course, today is like the first time I'm running this experiment, but I'm trying to be orderly about it. I'm trying to, if I don't, we shouldn't hear wild, crazy opinions. There's a yellow card just to like caution you, like, bro, you're moving mad, calm down. There's a yellow card. And when the red card comes out, bruv, you gotta go. There will be VAR as well. If somebody tells me, bruh, that's unfair, I'm gonna go do the whole TV settings, and then we can review the decision. Now, with that being said, let's go into the meat of the show. And the first topic we're going to talk about is this: what do you want to change your opinion about? Because you know how it happens whenever season's about to start. Everybody has opinions. Now that you look back, how many games are there left? 10, 9?
10. I think 10.
Okay, yeah. Some teams maybe have a game in hand. So 10 games left. Season is almost over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that you look back, what are the maybe just give us maybe one or two biggest opinions that you held at the beginning of the season that you no longer hold as of now? Henry, we'll start with you.
I think for me, I wouldn't. There hasn't really, because my predict. Okay, I think the best way to go about this is first state what my predictions were at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of the season, I said the team to beat is still Manchester City.
Yeah.
I predicted that Arsenal were going to be in the talks because I felt like they've made enough progression. And I felt they were still going to compete, but I still felt Man City. So it's still sort of consistent with what's going on now. So that's why it's a little bit tough for me to answer that question. Maybe the only thing I can say is I also felt a team like Spurs or a team like also United would also be a little bit more competitive this season than they were.
You thought Spurs are going to be more competitive?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I just felt like they had a good run, and even if you remember the first half of the season, you could tell like, wow, well, like this is a crazy, just because of the coach too, and the philosophy and the approach. So I felt they were going to have it. So maybe that's the only thing so far that I might be, that hasn't like really panned out, but also it's injuries and things of that nature. But yeah, that's the only thing I probably will have to say. Between them and Manchester United, I felt like that top 4, top 5 was still going to be very, very competitive. It seems now it's really mainly really the top 3, and then it's the rest, so. But.
Yeah. Okay. Yemi, what you thinking?
Okay, mine is 2 teams, but like there are a lot, but I'll narrow it down to 2 teams just for the time. Liverpool and Manchester United. I knew we were going to be bad. That's Manchester United.
Okay.
I did not know that we were going to be this bad.
This bad.
So that, and then with Liverpool, I felt that they were going to struggle a little bit because of all the transitions in their team. Almost brand new midfield.
Yeah.
Strikers that probably like this their first or second season.
Yeah.
So they need to gel up those things.
Yeah.
And then the fact that Klopp just came out and said that he was going to leave. But like, listen, I can start with Liverpool. I knew that they were going to struggle. I thought they were going to struggle. I thought they would be lucky to make 4th or 5th. But what I'm seeing with this Liverpool, with a brand new midfield, with injuries, I am shocked. Now, I don't know if they're playing for the coach because the coach came out and said, hey, man, this is my last season, blah, blah, blah. Or this coach is working wonders.
But they were playing like that even before the coach announced, right?
They were playing like that even before the coach announced. But my thing was, oh, man, they will drop off. Man, this injury killed them.
Yeah.
Man, And we started up with a midfield of we didn't even know who they're starting. That
That's
midfield was
Endo.
constructed this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
That 3-man midfield was constructed this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that midfield has helped them dominate and win games.
That's
Now,
true.
man, are they as fluid as as the team that won the cup a few years ago? No.
No.
But I am seeing Klopp evolve as a coach. Whatever it takes to win. I
Yeah.
don't know where they got the belief. I don't know where they got the desire, what this a passion, like you people always say it. No, but tactically, I am seeing a team that is together. They do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
They blow you out, or probably they will just find a way to win. I'm
Yeah.
amazed at what live. If anything, see, I've always had a respect for Klopp. This season, my respect for him went above, because with what he has had to deal with players dropping out, whatever this stuff was going on with the team in terms of people being sick or out of the team for a while, this dude is still managing to play young kids and players still producing, and they are first or second in the group, in the team, in the league. Manchester United, I knew we were going to be bad, but not this bad. I watch the friendly games, and for those that were around me and for those that know me, I tend to talk about this in tactics. I don't know why, because it's just what I do. But I knew that I knew that the way we were distant, Gado was bad. Coaching, I don't know what we do. Now, man, I can't even sit down and watch a Manchester United game without me throwing a cup at the TV or something. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into details because that would take us 29 years. So yeah, that's that.
Well, can I
Yeah.
chime in a little bit? So it's funny, because it's like the opposite. It's like the rationale you gave for the first reason. It's for me. It's this reason that's affecting the second team, which is Manchester. It's the reason why Liverpool would always strive, even now. And I think we're all going to appreciate Klopp more when he leaves. Is the
True.
system he has created with that Liverpool team. And
Yeah.
the other team I suspect that is gonna be in that same mode until they probably totally depart is when Pep decides to leave City, right? There's some coaches that they leave so much imprints on their teams that it's not even it's just the system. So even when for us who are neutral observers, we see that, oh, this midfield doesn't look like it's ready. They know the exact type of players to go get to. It's almost like plug and play,
True.
right? Only
True.
a handful of teams do that extremely well. The
No, no,
Madrid.
no, 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 no. I mean, we can look at it like this. We have the likes of Madrid, Barca. No matter how bad you think they're doing well. Barcelona is doing well. Real Madrid is doing well.
Yeah.
I don't mind what I hear here as major reasons for why Manchester United are not doing well is we have a lot of players that are out.
Injuries.
And I'm like, have you looked at the league lately? We are seeing Bob. Who is Bob in Manchester City? Who the heck is Bob?
Bro, and
Guys, Bob, a 17-year-old boy, was coming and tapping soccer in Champions League. I had to text my friend, guy, who is Bob?
Yeah.
They were playing. There was one point in time like they had a bunch of kids on their bench. Every team has been touched with injuries. Every team. Villa, Spurs, name it.
Liverpool.
Even Liverpool. No.
Liverpool won the whole final.
Half their team in Liverpool, man, they're either on the sick bed or probably they are romancing their wife or girlfriend somewhere because they can't play with their legs held high.
Making babies.
With their legs held high. But man, and I come to my team for a coach that has been there for a good 2 years. And I watch our team and I'm like, man, this is bar the Fergie time. I keep saying it. This is the best team we've had since Fergie. And I look at us play and I'm like, initially it was Casemiro was slow. Then it became McTominay was slow. Then it became Bruno was slow. It became Amrabat was slow. It became Meno was slow. It became everybody's fault. Now, man, folks are now beginning to see. Carragher came out and did a big expose as to how disjointed we are as a team. Yeah. I was expecting that we would be bad, but not that bad.
Not this bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I it's hard to disagree with that. I don't want to make this a Man United topic, but Yemi is right. Yeah, Yemi is right. There is no excuse for how bad we've been. I'm not taking the injuries as an excuse.
I mean, lose. I mean,
Point is,
if you're going to play, lose. But let
exactly,
us know that
and that's the
there's
point.
something.
That's the thing.
Now, man, listen. People are just numb to the loss. Oh man, listen, we're expecting to lose. Oh man, we won today. Chai! Let's go do testimony at church.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah. And the thing is, when a coach comes into a team, and there's a clear method to what he does, it doesn't take long to see the method. It might take long for the method to work. Yeah, that's fine. It might take long for the method to work, but it doesn't take this long to see what the method is, and that's the problem we're having with our team. My own with me, my own was not even at the beginning of the season. At the beginning of this year, I opened my big mouth and told the world. I said at the beginning of 2024 that in this year, before by December 31st of 2024, Eric Ten Hag, Mauricio Pochettino, and Arteta will all be fired. I said all those three coaches will be sacked before the end of this calendar year. I want to shamelessly retract that statement. Actually, shamefully retract that statement. At least when it comes to Mikel Arteta. And I hate to do this. With every bone in my body, I hate to do this. I think Arteta is cooking. And it's taking me long to whether his food will be sweet is a whole different thing. But the point is, he is cooking, and there is no way on God's green earth that he is getting fired before the end of this year. So that was that one. Yeah, I look back and I was like, yeah, I was smoking vegan crack. That's for sure. I also predicted that Rasmus Højlund, I said he would be a total failure. I said he would be a horrible signing. And I think I'm being proved a little wrong. I mean, I'm not saying he's pulling down trees, but I had zero faith in him. Yeah, I know. I know. I should. You know what?
Did he get this?
I said it was.
Did you just delete yourself and brought yourself back?
Yes, I did. Yes. And it's crazy because the one person that I thought was going to be the biggest problem, because last season we knew what the biggest problem was. We didn't have a striker, Wout Weghorst, all that nonsense. And coming into this season, I was like, we still have not solved the striker crisis. And I thought he was going to be our biggest problem. He's not. He's not even close to being our biggest problem. So, I deserve crackhead award for that. UCL final bracket predictions. So, Champions League is spicy. It's spicy. And I don't know whether to be ashamed because my team is not participating, but I don't care. Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. Oh my God. So we have Arsenal v Bayern. We have Real v Manchester City. Atletico versus Dortmund. And PSG Barcelona. And the winner between Atletico and Dortmund will play the winner between PSG and Barcelona. And the winner between Arsenal and Bayern Munich will play the winner between Real Madrid and Manchester City. So let's start with Arsenal Bayern. I just need an aggregate score. Who goes through? What's the score? Henry, I see you in the spirit. Tell us what the spirit is telling you.
It depends. If I'm being realistic, it's going to be a tough one. I would say I predict a really close game, either 4-3 or 3-2 Arsenal. There's no right now. There's never been a good time for us to revenge. That 7-0 or whatever it is, they disgraced us the last time.
No,
I
no, it's
think
of 10
I
to.
think
It's of 10 to. You tend to,
whatever it
tend
is,
to forget.
I have amnesia. Let me
You
have
tend to,
amnesia.
you tend to
Can I
forget a lot.
can I have amnesia in peace? There's
Okay,
selective
okay.
amnesia.
Okay, all right.
But I think this is I think this is the one of the most vulnerable time I've seen Bayern as a team.
Yeah, that's true.
But it doesn't mean they're not dangerous. They can still turn off people's lights easily. It's almost like saying you're you know. But I think we have a I don't even want to say puncher's luck. I actually think it's possible. The problem now is after that the lights might be off.
You know what's crazy? I think if you guys go through Bayern Munich, you're gonna win the competition. That's
Huh?
yeah.
No,
I think if Arsenal beats Bayern Munich,
it
you
gives
win.
them a huge morale, but man,
I know, yeah, you're looking at me like I'm
it's City, bro. It's City or Madrid. it's it's City or Madrid.
Hold
Man.
on a second, Jola. Give me a second.
That one, I'm not gonna really. I don't know. I'm not looking past that, but I think we actually have a genuine chance to beat Bayern, and it's just because of the vulnerability in the team. The Bayern, in as much as they just don't feel like the Bayern we used to know.
Is it true that Hurricane is injured? I was hearing something like that. That he has a long-term injury or something. Do you know?
From your mouth to God's ears?
I don't know. Am I wrong?
I don't think so. Though.
Ayo, did you hear that? I know he's in the chat.
Did he play in Brazil? Did he play against Brazil? Or
he
no?
didn't play yesterday. He did not play yesterday.
I haven't heard anything about that, but that would be a welcome news for me.
Oh, you too.
That would be a welcome news. But again, I think Arsenal actually have a legit chance against Bayern. Now, after that, I don't know. I mean, it will depend.
Okay, Aya says, nah, it's just a knock. He is not injured. Okay. Yemi, so Henry, you're going 4-3 Arsenal on aggregate, right?
Yeah, I would say it will be really close, 4-3, 3-2, either one. But
okay.
I think it's gonna be goals. But yeah,
you don't think you guys are gonna have to? You guys are gonna require penalties again?
It's possible too, but I have to say it's gonna be close. But I think someone is gonna edge it in regular.
Okay.
Time.
Okay. Ayo says Bayern go through 4-3. Henry wants to reduce his score. I know. He wanted to reduce it.
No, I said 4-3 or 3-2.
No, he was talking about the 10-2.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what you think? Who goes through?
Bayern goes through. Bayern goes through the same scoreline. I'm flipping just like what Mr. Ayo said, 4-3. Okay. The reason why I'm going with Bayern is because minus the experience they have, I look at Bayern and I see guys that are game changers in ways where there's just weird.
Musiala.
Minus Musiala. Everybody will talk about Musiala. Musiala have a good game.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this in Hurricane. And I'm looking at Hurricane like if there's a time for you to bring up your name in such a way but like you are now peered or probably referred to as a better striker compared to Benzema, this is the time. You carry a team that is fluctuating in terms of performance and style. People are still confused of what Bayern is.
What it really is.
One thing that Bayern is the juggernaut. And when they catch you on any day, they will destroy you.
And that pedigree.
Yeah, and there's the pedigree of people that know how it's done and know how to win. Mm-hmm. And then you have to look at this Bayern team. They are not the best. They are not the best on the eye. But they are the worst folks to play against because you don't know what you're going to get. I put my hope on Bayern because I want to see, I don't know how you guys would deal with that wing threat of Sané, Gnabry, Kingsley Coman. Those three. But now, if they now play Musiala on the wings, you guys are in trouble. And now we are seeing a resurgence of Muller, and then we are seeing a resurgence of Kimmich.
That's true.
And then there's a resurgence of Kimmich, and their midfield is now beginning to take shape with even Goretzka coming to play. It to be a physical fight in midfield.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is, I would say that the only vulnerability to Bayern that I see is their defense.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
defense is a little bit vulnerable.
With
I think
that
Neuer have a long
guy, with that Upamecano guy, that guy,
Maguire.
he has Agbaya. But but you know, at the end of the day, like I look at that defense and there's a whole lot of shakiness in it.
Yeah.
No, but I also see like a game that'll be very, very cagey. I pick Bayern. I can't go against Bayern. In most of these cup games, it's difficult to go against Bayern. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Henry. What you gonna say?
After you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some comments. Oh, I was talking about Hurricanes injury. It's not an Akis. Ayo goes, I think Bayern were struggling a bit early in the season, but the struggle has been way overblown. I think so too. They are literally averaging the same points that has won them the league for the past 5 years. They are just second to the best German performing team, literally of all time. Leverkusen are unbeaten all season in all competitions. That is crazy.
No, but minus that though, you also have to look at the fact that you are seeing a Leverkusen team that is almost changing the way German football is being played. The last time something like this happened was when Pep was coaching Bayern. Where like all the coaches and Klopp, by the way, was coaching Dortmund. Where like all the coaches were watching like, Kai, what the heck is this dude doing? And he's switching everything. Yeah, Leverkusen reminds me of this in basketball teams where they switch everything. When you hear switch everything, a defender can be a point guard, guarding a center, and a small forward can be guarding a power forward. All those things. You are seeing a Leverkusen team now that is letting us know that football can be switched. That there's no one way to skin a cat.
They're making it a little less positional, right? It's just everybody every position.
No. It's highly possessional, very direct. They're directing, very directing. But in all of it, they are comfortable anywhere. They can be direct through the right. They can be direct through the left. They can be direct through the middle. They can decide to just hold that ball in the defense and just drag you, just be tap. So listen, we are looking at a Leverkusen team that is making Dortmund that plays good football, Leipzig that plays good football, and Bayern Munich that plays good football look like they are doing really, really terribly. Because Leverkusen they are just not going to beat you. They will beat you with a statement. Like, we're here and we are really beating you. So it's a mental beating plus showmanship beating. Yeah. So now, listen.
They show they are working.
Yeah. Man, you should sit and watch them play. I've seen a lot of their games. Me, I'm just like.
But doesn't that remind you of the first time the old Leverkusen from when Ballack? You remember when Ballack played with them?
They are the most unfortunate team you can.
But you remember that team? Can you also draw a comparison to what they're doing now in terms of
No, not really. That team was good, but that team was hella direct. In 2-3 seconds, the ball goes up front because Ballack would not allow you to be tapping all those stuff. And they had guys that were hungry up front that wanted the ball. But now, this team is a lot slower. Their football is with intent. Imagine Brighton mixed with Man City and have a pinch of Liverpool. So when you are looking, so now really what we are saying from this and Leverkusen is all the knowledge that Ancelotti has all the knowledge Xavi Alonso has acquired from past. So now you are seeing him, like there are times they will dominate the ball. There are times it's counter. There are times counter from the left and right. Who does that most? More than Mourinho. Hit to the net, cross ball, enter. Midfield barely touches the ball. And now we are now seeing players that are really, really just enjoying their game. Everybody mentioned Wits. Wits is good. Boniface is good. But nobody's talking as to how good Xhaka has been.
Yep.
That is the same Xhaka that the Arsenal fans have been. Now we are looking at Xhaka. Yep. Like, God. I can look, man. There's
we need a whole different podcast to talk about Leverkusen.
Hold on, though.
We need a different podcast, man.
No, no, no. But I remember when we were having a conversation in the group chat, and then someone was dissing me when I really did make mention of Zaka too, and they were like, you're still talking about Zaka, you want him back. It's not like Arsenal as a team didn't know what he brought, right? The problem with him was that we had a rough, turbulent time with him at a spell when he kind of depreciated, like his output, his performances, and then he coupled with the fact that at a certain time in his career he was very prone to making rash decisions that would lead to, you know how even if it's rash decision, you'd be like, that's a professional foul. No, bro was making decisions and getting red. It's not even professional foul. So that was really the blowback. But everybody knows, even now, think about it. The person who we brought to try to, take his place was Havertz, right? But nobody plays that role. Even now, we still haven't figured it out. I think our intention prior to injury to Partey this season was to actually play Partey where Declan is playing, but allow Declan then take on Zaka's role. And you've seen it in some games where
to have them play like 6 and 8.
Yes, and you've seen it in some instances where Declan too has been pushed forward to attempt it. But Zaka was putting in work. People who paid attention in Arsenal didn't take him for granted. But again, we had a time where we just had a frail.
It was just his time for him to leave. I mean, there's sometimes that some guys, maybe you've passed your time, not past your prime. Pass your time at the club where like you just need to go out. And then under the tutelage of Sir Xavi Alonso, that's somebody that if you are looking for another person that needs to receive praise, what that guy is doing with Bayern Leverkusen is.
I just need him not to.
Is it too early though?
It's not too early
to go to Liverpool.
No problem.
No.
What's
wrong with you? I'm starting to suspect you that you want him in Man U.
Of course, yes.
I want him in Man U. I would take him.
Yes.
But I'm saying, is it not too early? I mean, obviously, what he's doing now is outstanding, right? But shouldn't we give him enough time to prove his mettle?
Which is true. No. You are bringing up a good point. But again, what I see about him, I've always loved him as a player. He's one of the guys that I felt like was highly underrated. But like I tell people this, if I want to see you as a good coach, I want to know who you sat down under.
Who did you learn from?
Man, this guy has wealth of knowledge. Tell me, Del Bosque, Mourinho, Ancelotti, Pep, then
Benitez.
Yeah.
And you're correct.
Huh?
No, I'm saying you guys are correct, especially what you just said now. So basically, the reason why I said that, I saw an interview, and it's so telling that all these people you just called, all the coaches, the first thing they always usually mention when they talk about him is that they felt with him on the pitch, they felt like there was another coach.
Another coach.
Oh yeah.
Which is crazy. So that's what tells you that they even felt like, even as a player, they were already impacting all this knowledge, and it was just soaking it.
And then, like, the guy is a sponge. Everywhere he goes, he's always taking.
Yeah.
So, man,
Let me take comments. Ayo goes, Yemi knows ball, our in-house tactical facts. I have him saved on my phone as Yemi coach, just so you know.
It should stop.
His name is Yemi coach on my phone.
It should stop.
Ayo goes, Leverkusen are playing like a Spanish team in the Bundesliga, where everyone wants to be direct, counter press, and counter attack. Okay, so we all Yemi, I have your prediction as Bayern going through.
Yeah.
Henry, you're saying Arsenal goes through 4 goals to 3 or 3 goals to 2. I'm going Bayern goes through maybe 4-1 in aggregate.
What?
And
Yemi, I bet, help me issue this guy yellow or red.
4-1 aggregate. 4-1 on aggregate, yeah.
Bro, calm down.
2-1 at the Emirates, 2-0 in Munich. I think,
man, this is Bayern Munich, where anything can happen, and I don't want your laugh coming back for me and say, Yemi, I told you so. He does not shy away.
Now you go chop red after when I'm right.
All right.
Yeah, I think 4-1 aggregate. Okay, let's go to the next game.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next game. PSG, no, sorry. Real Madrid, Manchester City. Sorry, Real Madrid, Manchester City. Ooh. Who wants to take this one?
I can't take it. I think this will be the most difficult game to play because both teams they are not hitting their stride.
Wait, are you want to wipe me card? Henry, are you taking that card for me? You want to beat me?
No.
What's wrong with you? Hey, man. So listen, I'll be quick with this. This will be the most difficult game in this group because this team have played each other so many times.
Yeah.
During this competition, and then most of the players here are probably still there, except for some few.
Mm-hmm.
Man City now have some of these influential players, but Real Madrid also have influential players. There's somewhat of a transition on both teams. They are still trying to find that thing. Modric is still missing in Real Madrid, in as much as are still there. Gundogan is a huge miss.
Huge loss. Yep.
Huge miss.
Yep.
Mahrez is a huge miss.
Yes. Yep.
Say what you want to say. Benzema still is a huge miss.
Yes.
So now those are two people that are just huge miss that we call
fact
being done for both teams. So listen, that is what will make this team. That's what will make this match very, very difficult. This is one match that I don't know who will win. Anybody is good enough to win. I can't count Madrid out because they have just been figuring. It's just like they're not like Liverpool, but they've just been figuring out ways to win.
Yeah.
And this Bellingham is coming for people's necks. This dude is trying to make a statement, which I will see for this Harry Kane. Harry Kane wants to shut people up finally. That's why most of the stuff he's doing at Bayern, you're saying like, wow, he's doing all these things. Harry Kane is on a mission to destroy Lewandowski's record.
Mm-hmm.
And he's driven. Bellingham is driven. Those two. Now you have a driven Foden. So it's like you bring one star, it cancels out the other star. You bring one star, it cancels out the other star. So this will be a tough game. I don't know.
But you have to make a final prediction though, because we need an opponent for Bayern Munich. Because you pick Bayern Munich to go through. Who do you pick?
I don't know, man. City.
It's a bracket. Just pick one.
He said City.
Oh, City. Okay. So you have Bayern City.
I am not sure. This one, I'm just throwing City because they're.
I'm putting City too, by the way. I'm putting Manchester City as well.
But like if Madrid win this game, I won't be shocked at all.
Yeah, I win it. Yeah. I say City wins about 4-2 on aggregate. 4-2 aggregate.
Madrid, Dilanso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-2 on aggregate. Yeah.
Okay.
You remember Madrid? I just think Madrid still lacks a real goal scorer. And at the end of the day, I think they lack a real goal scorer. Have you
watched them play this season?
I have. I know the goals are coming in from Rodrigo. They're coming in from Bellingham and even Brahim Diaz. The boy is balling.
Have you watched them play this season?
Yes, now.
Goal scoring is not their problem.
I know it's not a problem, but they don't have an identifiable goal scorer.
They don't need one though.
They don't need one.
That's the problem.
I think when you come up against the City machine, you probably do. You probably do.
Not necessarily.
You probably do.
Not necessarily. You know why? Because you have a guy like this Bellingham that you can't track on the field. He has been given so much freedom. Where like all those spaces that you see, Vinicius and his ability to play this in between the right back and the center back. He's in that spot in that middle. He'll start on the left, but he'll drift in. When he drifts in, you have Rodrigo drifting in. They are like playing those narrow diamond. But the problem about that narrow diamond is so interchangeable, but Bellingham destroys that system by going into spaces you cannot track. Who's going to track him? Who? Rodri? If Rodri tracks...
I was going to say Rodri.
Rodri tracks Bellingham. The midfield is open.
That's the point. So that's why I think he goes into penalty.
And now, man, do not let us forget that Kroos is on another level now of playing football.
Yeah, Kroos is...
so now you have Kroos now. You have Kroos and Modric that has been wrestling. And Modric that is motivated because he has been benched.
Mm.
So now you're having now. Yes, they don't have all the legs in this world, but without the legs comes the brain. Man, this game is gonna be mad sick. And if De Bruyne does not come with his game, if they shut down, and Bayern is crazy. You have the likes of Kamavinga, you have the likes of Chomini, you have the likes of Vede. These are guys that are big game players. City too have big game.
I hear
City
you.
too have big game players. So man, this thing.
Look, I hope I'm wrong.
Anybody can win. Anybody can win, but I don't see
Yeah.
a wipeout. I just don't see it will be a narrow win.
I don't think 4-2 is a wipeout.
Okay.
I don't
4-2 is
think
a
4-2 is
wipeout.
a
now.
wipeout. 4-2 is not a wipeout.
4-2 is a
2-1, 2-1.
wipeout.
4-2 is a wipeout.
4-2 is a
bro.
wipeout if it's between Madrid and City. That's a
Madrid.
wipeout.
I mean,
So
Henry, who are you
just
going?
dashing everybody for anyhow.
I just.
For me,
It's because my team is not there.
for me, I have this. It's interesting. I feel like this game, is the final before the final. I feel like this is supposed.
Yep.
Like, no,
This
cap,
could really be the final.
this is
Yeah.
really. This is what I would have expected in the final, but whatever. I think it goes to penalties. Right? For me, it's either going to be a crazy. Maybe the first round will be a lot of goals. Second round's not a lot of goals. They cancel out, and then they go to penalties, and penalties it's lock.
Okay.
That's what but I'll say Madrid. I pick Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madrid. Okay. All right.
Just to break the monotony. Every time you can't be saying City.
Listen. I hope it's Madrid that goes through. Trust me. So Dortmund v Atletico. Who goes through? That's actually a good game too. Dortmund Atletico.
Two
Dortmund
different styles. Two different styles.
Very different
styles. Both of them have young and both of them are just weird.
Yeah.
I'm leaning with Atletico. Weird. I'm leaning to Atletico.
Your scoreline?
Your scoreline? Atletico probably 2-1 or something.
2-1. Okay. Henry.
I'll go Dutchman 3-1.
Okay.
I love Dortmund too. Dortmund is one of my favorite teams, but yeah, not against Atletico.
Yeah, I think Atletico were lucky to get through Inter Milan. And I think the luck will run out. So I'll go Dortmund as well. But
PSG,
Barcelona, PSG. Neymar derby. I guess former Neymar derby. Oh, let me take comments from Ayo. Ayo says Ayo agreed with me. Well, his comment came before I made my prediction.
You know that
this guy,
Mr. Ayo has always constantly been
pop them up the field.
Mr. Ayo has constantly been against Madrid. Every time he says Madrid will lose. I don't know what Ancelotti has done to this guy. Still now, he still hasn't given Ancelotti his proper prop.
Okay, let's do PSG Barca. PSG Barca. Who's? I know. Yemi wants to go Barcelona.
That's my second favorite team.
Of course.
But Shaba. Let him go first.
Henry, go. Henry, who are you going?
I don't know. I don't really care for both teams right now, but I'll just for posterity, I'll probably say Barca.
Okay.
3-2.
3-2.
It'll be close. It'll be close. They both have offensive firepower. I mean, on paper, you might want to tip it because of the attacking force for PSG, but I think Barca would find a way. So 3-2 Barca.
Okay. I honestly want to go Barcelona as well. I think I'll just go Barcelona. I don't really have any reasoning. Defensively, I think both teams are equally vulnerable defensively.
I concur.
Yeah. So I'll just go Barcelona. 3-1 aggregate, 3-2 aggregate. Yeah.
Defensively, Barca has been one of the best teams in Europe. They're actually pretty sound. I'll go Barca simply because of the fact that I'm now looking at their team and I'm like, Gundogan is back, Lewandowski is firing, De Jong is back, Rafinha is playing. He needs to show, and some of their players are now coming back.
I think there's been a drop in Rafinha's performances, though.
There's been a drop
From-
in Rafinha performances, though, but like
from last
this yeah, for sure. But like in the Champions League, but there's also competition. He's having competition. He's having now to play, and Xavi is not playing. And Xavi has somewhat got his system and somewhat almost right, spot on in Champions League. So I'll give it to if you shut down Mbappe, that's it for PSG.
That's
almost it for PSG. But Baka, if you shut down Lewandowski, they're still going to find means to score. Lewandowski is only starting scorer right now.
Exactly.
So yeah, Baka.
Okay, all right. So let's do next round. So Henry, for you, you're doing Arsenal versus Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Because you picked Real Madrid, right?
Yeah, well, that's where the bus stops. So Real Madrid next.
Well, I said bus stop. Okay, so Real Madrid in the final for you. Yemi. So Yemi, you picked Bayern versus Manchester City.
Bayern versus Manchester City for final.
No, no.
Yeah, for semi-final.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's winning?
Let them play this first game first now.
Ayo's instruction was for us to go all the way to the final.
All the way to the final. So it's Bayern versus
Man City for your semi-final. City, okay. Me, I'm picking Man City too. So for Henry, final, you have Man City versus.
No, it'll be Madrid. I chose Madrid.
Sorry,
Madrid
yours will be Madrid versus. Oh, no. So for the other part of the semi-final, we have. Yemi, you had Dortmund or Atletico?
I had Barca versus Atletico.
Yeah. So who wins for you?
Barca.
Okay. So your final is Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Yeah, Yemi.
This is hard.
Henry, who are you picking for?
The same thing, Barca Real Madrid, because it should be Dortmund versus Barca, and Barca will be Barca Real Madrid.
Okay, all right, all right. My final is yeah.
No, his will be City though. He didn't choose Madrid to win.
Yours will be City. Yours will be City versus Barcelona.
At least one of my teams should get it now.
Yeah. Okay. City, Barcelona.
I'm big biased for City. That's just what it is.
You know what? Barcelona winning the whole thing for me. I'd rather see Barcelona win it than Manchester.
That would be unprecedented.
Yeah. Okay. So next topic: relegation best 11, starting from number 16 all the way to number 20. Yeah, I see you are squeezing your face. Did you not?
I didn't understand that when he asked. Is he like the best team of the
your relegation best 11? Your best 11 from those relegation candidates. I came prepared.
Yes. Well, number 9, Awoni. Are you sure Awoni is for
Nottingham Forest?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to let you guys know, the let me show you. Let me see. Table number 16 is not
number 16 is Everton. 17 is Luton.
Yes.
Forest 18. 19 is Burnley. Sheffield United. None of those Burnley Sheffield players will make my team.
So goalkeeper, I have Pickford. Does anybody object to that?
That's fine. Yeah, I agree with you.
I'll pick
Pickford. Right back, I have Nico Williams from Nottingham Forest.
It doesn't matter. They're in the top.
I had either Nico Williams or George Baldock. Baldock from Sheffield.
Nico Williams.
Okay, all right. Centre back, I had Willy Bolly and Brantwaite.
That's fine.
Brantwaite.
I had Braithwaite and Bolly.
Tarkowski? And who?
Yeah, Braithwaite and Tarkowski. Yeah,
Tarkowski, okay.
Will actually help. Everton's centre back pair. Yeah.
Okay. Left back, it was kind of hard for me. I don't really like Mikolenko at Everton. I don't think he's all that great. I picked Charlie Taylor from Burnley.
Mikolenko for me.
Mikolenko for you? Okay.
Sure.
My midfield 3. Onana, Dukure, and Morgan Gibbs-White.
Damn, you didn't even put your family member.
Who?
Tom?
No.
Who?
What's the guy's name? Our number 10, our current number 10.
It will be.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, in Fulham now. He's in Fulham.
Iwobi
He's in Fulham? Okay.
Iwobi is in Fulham. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he's in Fulham with the other guy now.
Yeah, with Bassi.
Yeah, with Bassi.
Yeah. They did Afrobeat FC on us now. You think I forgot? So Onana, Dukure, and Morgan Gibbs-White are my midfield. Of course, Gibbs-White in the 10. Left wing, Ogbene from Luton. I like that boy. I like him. Yeah. Jack Harrison on the right from Everton. I like him. And in the middle, I was torn between, Morris from Luton, and I had 3 options: Morris from Luton, Calvert-Lewin from Everton, but that one has not been scoring. He's just been fashion show all around Europe.
Injured, dude.
Yeah, since he has come back,
You're calling him street clothes.
Now handbag they carry about. They wear Ghana
street clothes.
Wood, Chris Wood from.
So this is my team from the midfield. Your midfield is my midfield.
Okay,
there's no betting that.
Yeah.
Ogbeni, and there's this guy that plays for Luton that plays on the right, long hair. I keep forgetting his name.
Chong.
No, not Chong. Chong plays through the midfield. No, he's African, I think.
Is it Kabore?
No, not Kabore.
You said Luton.
Yeah, he braids
long hair.
Yeah, he braids his hair. I don't know. The name just goes okay, but yeah. But that's that. And then the striker, I'll go with Wood.
Okay. All right.
I like that.
Yeah. Henry, do you want to? Do you have any difference? Do you have any difference in opinion?
That question was confusing to me when I saw it. I don't for those things.
I would lie. I was the one that came up with that question. So I take fault for it. It's not Yemi. I mean, it's not Ayo's fault.
Okay.
Okay. Kudos and donkey. One kudos, one donkey.
My donkey is who's the coach that took off Cross from Germany's national team?
Nagelsmann.
You remember? Was it him?
He's the present coach now.
He's the present.
Remember, there was a time when they took out all those older players and they were not really letting them, play in the team. I can't remember the exact coach.
Maybe Flick.
There was a coach that transitioned right after the World Cup. Who was the World Cup? The last World Cup coach.
Yeah, maybe was the last World Cup coach for Germany.
Last World Cup coach for Yogi Love.
Yogi Love.
Maybe it was him. Anyways, there was one person that wasn't playing because there was a point Cross wasn't playing for Germany. Am I wrong?
Yeah, remember that.
Is this not like the first game back in like God knows when?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
so
that was a different. There was a lot of stuff behind that. So,
okay. Well, my donkey goes to whoever that coach is because after that his game, I mean, you could tell that this German national team.
He bossed that thing, man.
Yeah, and you can tell it's what we say sometimes with a lot of teams when they're transitioning. It's not like you're doing wholesale, dismissal of your older
of your experienced players.
Yeah, of your experienced players, because there's times where you need that guidance, right? You might have a young core that obviously they're very promising, but you need that tutelage and guidance. So that's what. And then
he was unplayable. It was unplayable.
Yeah. So so that's who. And then my kudos goes to maybe I guess the Brazil national team. I just feel like for them to win England with that type of team, that I don't know, I didn't rate that team. Maybe England too will have been my donkey because they had the team. They should have won that game. Brazil didn't really have any business winning it, but those are the only ones I probably have to say.
Yeah, I mean, what you thinking?
Kudos goes to Meno. I watched that Brazil-England game. I watched everything.
Okay.
And I saw that game and I saw a guy that was 18 years old walking to the field and there was class difference. The guy was not an 18-year-old boy with such level-headedness.
So
He didn't do.
calmness
He
with him
was
as well.
calm.
Yeah.
And when that boy got on the field, I saw him and Declan Rice playing 1-2 touch in crowded places in midfield. Meno had more this effect on that game in that 10-15 minutes than Gallagher did throughout the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donkey is Southgate. At some point in time, man.
You stole my donkey. You stole my donkey.
No, man, hold on. At some point in time, maybe this guy will have to be tried.
Yeah,
No, he has to be tried in the soccer court for not knowing how to use his resources. This is a friendly game, right? You don't have Harry Kane. You don't have a chunk of your players. People are expecting, so you have plethora of attacking players. This guy didn't move out of one. He has one way. You're attacking, you are winning, you are losing. It's just one way. With the way he's going to try. That team is good enough on its own to push the thing. So if they win, I don't think it's of Southgate's.
Absolutely not.
Yes, I agree with you.
Because, man, this
Not because of South. Yeah.
hopefully now moving forward, that midfield pairing is set. It should be Declan Rice, Meno, and Jude Bellingham.
Bloody.
Play Foden on the left, play Saka on the right, and play your Harry Kane. Oh,
they were very scary.
No, I'm serious.
Very, very scary.
I'm serious because what Declan Rice and this guy needs, and Jude Bellingham needs, is somebody with composure. That guy that is not, English people say the ability to see a pass. How about the ability to make the right decision?
To make the pass, yeah.
If you need to run with it to buy time, run with it. If you need to hold it to buy time, hold it. If you need to pass back, hold it. It's not every time the ball goes forward. There are some times that are this. Strikers run the ball. Meno didn't pass that ball, just held it. Move. Meno knew who probably needed to touch the ball. This guy was doing Magic Johnson on the field. Oh man, you've not touched the ball in 5 minutes. So yeah, come and take it back. Give me back. So yeah, come. You've not touched it 3 minutes. You want it? Take it. Give me back. For an 18-year-old boy.
Yeah.
You people watch that game when he came. They just need their tactics right. If that tactics is right, Declan Rice and Meno will provide Jude Bellingham and Foden and Saka and Harry Kane. That four can just run riot against any. And then you'll have your defensive, so you are defensively very strong. Your rest defense should be very, very good if you play the 3-5-2 that most teams play this in attacking. And then if you want to defend, like pressing, you can always press in your 4-4-2.
Yeah, they can modify, switch.
Yeah, your Saka and Harry Kane could be your press. And then you still have physicality. If you're looking for physicality, Meno gives you physicality and right. If you want long passing, if Trent plays, Trent can drop into the midfield. You have your 3-man defense, you have your 2, and then you have either Declan Rice or Meno patrol, and you can free either one of them. If Meno moves up a little bit higher, I feel like his ability on the ball to make right decisions in terms of dribbling in tight places, play left, go right, he can use both feet. I think he'll be very, very good. That's just me.
Well, look, I mean, England are not doing crap in these Euros.
No.
And the reason is one thing. Southgate.
They have more than enough players for them not to do that.
Yeah. I mean, my kudos. He's another teenager, Hendrick, I think is his name. First goal for Brazil. That's, shout out to him. I want to see what he'll cook in Real Madrid. I think we're in for something with that boy. And I know it was just a tap-in goal. I know, but it does work good.
He's like Meno. Don't lack confidence at all.
Yeah, exactly. And my donkey is Southgate as well. And everybody that's linking him to the Manchester United job, nah, don't do it. Absolutely not. We are not having it. We're not having it. No, absolutely not. In fact, no. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me see if we have any more comments. Okay, no, that's it. That's it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to the end of the podcast. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for joining us, Henry. Always good to have you. And I mean, I'm still be looking for you in the group chat whenever Arsenal loses, and when you win, I'm gonna disappear. Coach, I mean, good to see you, bro. Thank you for joining us. You know what's crazy? I had my whole housekeeping rules, but I made chop yellow card pass.
I know, right?
Yeah, you chat some weird stuff. Hey man, it's nice. Finally, me putting a face to the Henry name. So
no problem.
Nice.
Yeah, Henry is good for you. Henry is not mad like them Toby and what's that one in Canada? What's his name? Prince Why?
We just have some hooligan in that group, man.
Yeah, just some Agberos everywhere. Like, this is crazy.
Jola is their head of state and chief council.
Chief Agbero officer.
All right, guys, man, it's nice.
All right, good one, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great week, and we will see each other next week. Bye bye.
Yes, sir.
Take care. Bye, guys. Thank you.